Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is brought to you by yours truly, Certainly Mo, and I am out here in these streets rocking my fro, right? How you like it? How you like it? Leave it down in the comment section below. Today, as you can see, we are filming from the comfort of my car, and I just felt like hiding out here in my car from my daughter. Anywho, mothers understand this and them know that sometimes you just need a 20-minute break, and I'm gonna use my 20-minute break to film this video for you because I have some subscribers. They be out here, girl, with a video. But let me tell you, don't underestimate the effort that people put into making videos, because it is hard. Trust me, I literally made this video yesterday, and when I was rewatching it, I had so many flaws with the video. I was like, you know what, scrap this, I'm gonna have to redo it. So today's video, as you would have seen by the title, is about a story time about a horrible boss. So I'm going to do a series on my channel featuring people's personal experience with their horrible bosses that they may have encountered and how they dealt with the situation. You know, this might help somebody who is currently experiencing the same situation and they just want some advice on how to push out, right? So if you have a story that you'd love to share with the world, of course your identity and place of work will remain unknown. Please feel free to send an email to certainlymo@gmail.com. certainlymo@gmail.com. I will leave everything in the description box below. So let's get right into the video. Grab a snack. Before we get into the video, go grab a snack, because trust me, this video is going to be very funny. The story time was very funny, and I read this story 1,000 times. All right, may I do the most? I've read this story 1,000 times, and I really appreciate the effort that the person put into writing this well written email. And how could I forget to welcome my new subscribers to my channel. Welcome everyone back to my channel. I really do appreciate and love the support that I have been receiving from everyone. The love is real over here. Like, we're at 78 subscribers and we soon reach a million. And if you're not subscribed and you watch the video right now, you're gonna vex when we reach a million over here and you don't subscribe. So join the family, press the subscribe button down below, and keep watching. So my first email, I'm reading from my phone, so you'll see me looking down, looking up, looking down, looking up. So the sender sent me this email, and it's titled "The Chronicles of My Worst Manager and Working Experience." Hi, Certainly Mo, that's me. In 2009, I saw a job vacancy advertised in the classified section for collections and loan officer in Spanish Town. I applied, did an interview, and was successful. Of course you were. This would be 6 unforgettable months of torture. Working hours were 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., but we were asked to be at work from 8 a.m. An excited sixth form graduate. This was my second job after leaving school. The first lasted for 2 weeks, but must I tell you, that was a party shop indeed. On the first day of work, I arrived early and ready to learn and work. I can just imagine. That I did there was my first shocker. Involved getting a cloth to wipe the windows. Wait, did the sender just say he got a cloth to wipe the windows on his first day? I later learned that this was leniency to my first day, an integration in the facade of teamwork in a small business, as I would eventually be elevated to changing the 5-gallon bottle for water and vacuuming the carpets each morning. What? Yes, I was still a collections and loan officer with those fine prints of a job description or employment contract I never received. Eventually, I decided to start reporting to work 8:25 a.m. to 8:29 a.m. for my 8:30 a.m. job. That's in your body, you know? On the first day, I started training, which would last for a week, and that was unpaid trainings. At about 12 p.m., I asked about lunch hours and duration. LOL. Big chuckles in the office. I was told, oh no, we do not have a lunch period, nor do you get a set duration for lunch. You just go to the back, adjacent to the bathroom, and grab a bite. Two lonely looking chairs were in there. At 5 p.m., when I was getting ready to leave, I was told, I'm sorry, we all have to wait until the cashier balances and the accountant does the bookkeeping. Then we call the owner for the business. This would be the start of a nightmare because I would never leave at 5 p.m. because something is either always short or over. Let's jump right into the working experience. I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. First point, sick days were a no-no. You had to come on the job and get sick because reporting sick would mean no pay for the day. There was an office manager who really was a senior slave as the owner had to be contacted and he had to approve any or everything. Anything damaged by you, just know say you have to pay it, will be paid by you. I damaged the filter in the water dispenser when changing the 5 gallons bottle, and oh yes, it was deducted from my salary. The owner had 2 cameras installed and he would be absent one day and show up the next, cursing profusely at who spends too much time walking up and down instead of increasing sales and collections. Profanity was our national anthem as the owner used it daily in his interaction with all staff members. Another fine print was to help his daughter who attended a school in the area at the time with her homework. No, I really can't deal. Another fine print would be to take cash from the cashier, which would be an IOU, then take it down the road to him where he, the owner, would be heavily disguised with a matey. Please note his wife operates a hairdressing parlor and barbershop beside the loans company. His friends would apply for loans and would not be eligible due to poor debt service ratio. Google that if you don't know that. When they came to query a non-refundable application fee of $2,500, he would call you in his office in the presence of the customer and ask, why you not try to do something for the youths them? A good person, man, you can't hold on the youths them, so. You know, so the owner did a set it up, sender? The owner literally did a set it up. Honest to God. Say God no. You were a jack of all trade and master of none. While everyone had different job titles, that's the furthest it gets. You would have to be a cashier, legal aid, and complete summons, filing clerk, scan documents, etc. Salaries are paid on the last business day of the month via check. We got a pay slip with deductions, but no records with the government bodies. If you decided to resign before, that check will be placed on hold and all infractions would be deducted from your final payment. Example, late minutes, absence, etc. I have seen a final salary reduced by 50% due to late minutes alone. The environment was toxic as you would be called in a meeting to discuss what another employee did in their presence and ask what you would do or what decision do you think is best for such action. Please note, no comments is not an option. You are constantly pressed for a decision under the idea of leadership. You had to work every Saturday, so it's Monday to Saturday, which is considered a regular working day. There was nothing called a 40 hours work week. Yet you were only compensated for just that. Promotions came with minimal increase. Example, I was promoted to collections and loan supervisor with $4,000 added to my monthly salary on the gross line. So that is $4,000 added to the sender's salary before tax. After all that is done weekly, you would be invited on a Friday to have a drink with the boss by his bar across the road. I have never gone. The sender make sure we know say them never go over the bar. Them never go over the bar after the week done. Them never desperate. Them just run go home. Alright. Journey to resignation. How we doing with the time? We're at 10 minutes. Of course, this was not sustainable financially, mentally, or professionally. No, it wasn't. I started to apply for jobs. Good thinking, yeah, bright. Was successful with a job but lost the opportunity because the new job paid a month in the back and I could not walk away from my salary based on the start date. We understand, sender. I applied to another job again, got the interview, and had to do the most unethical thing for time off. Remember, you had no sick days. Came to work with overnight rice and peas, crushed it in a bag, then went to the bathroom and spilled it in the face basin, pretending to be sick. But guess what? It worked. I did my interview and I got the job. When I heard that I got the job, I was told a few weeks in advance with the start date working perfectly. I patiently awaited my salary on the last business day of the month, which was my final day. You know, so the sender plan out everything. Sender say, yeah, all right. I read that already. Gladly, he was not in office. I collected and deposited it in my account first. You is smart. You is important. You is a smart one, sender. So, I returned to work and printed my resignation letter, which was already in my email. You're bad. You, sender, I know you're watching, you know. You're bad. I signed, folded, and sealed it and neatly put it in the middle of my keyboard and left the building like the bad bee you are, advising that I was going out for lunch. When what I thought should have been my rightful 1 hour lunchtime had passed, I was at home laying down. I called the office manager to advise my decision, my decision, thanking them for the opportunity, and told her where the letter could be found. After the call, I started to plan my 1 week of relaxation, of course, as my job would start in a week. Of course, all documents signed, submitted, and everything was ready for me to start before I resigned. To my surprise, the owner called me when he got the news, and oh yes, the bad words came. He threatened me. He threatened to sue me for not providing notice He threatened to sue me for not providing notice and potential fraud because I was the only person who operated as a cashier and money was never short or over. I reminded him that I had no official contract of employment, and I countered with verbally welcoming a lawsuit for which I can countersue him for inhumane working conditions and lack of salaries to be paid for hours in excess of 40 hours per week. As I ended my claim, I disconnected the call and blocked his number. Yup, all of that happened. Yours truly. So, tell me, how did you enjoy that story? I sure did enjoy that story, and I hope you did too. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for my next upload. Trust me, the struggles to upload is real, and Jano. But I'm using natural lighting today, so I do apologize for the quality of this video. But listen to the sounds of my voice, listen to my story time, and I hope you enjoyed this story time. I'm really loving the comments that I've been receiving, the shares and all of that. The love, bring it over here. On a nice, you know. And if I did even 5 on over here, I am appreciative of the fact that you guys take the time out to always come over here and show me love. So remember, if you have a story time that you would love to share with the world on my platform, please feel free to email me at certainlymo@gmail.com. Anyways, take care on a nice clean self. Big up on yourself. Have a great and productive week. Bye.